Welcome to the Extra Point Show. I am your host, Nick Rice. On this edition of the Extra Point, we have stats, highlights, and analysis of all the weekend's best games, with that great game coming early in Foxborough, Massachusetts. 1998 Falcons, 2007 Patriots. New England, the heavy home favorite against the winless Falcons, just couldn't seem to move the ball consistently against that Atlanta defense. And with the score 7-6, the Patriots did manage a promising drive, putting Gostkowski in position to win the game. But the Patriot kicker shanked one to the right, and Atlanta escapes from Foxborough with a nail-biting win by the final of 7-6, continuing what's been a dramatic season for them. They lost the first two games of the year by 1 point and win the third game of the season, likewise by 1 point. 7-6 is your final. 89 Niners at the 98 Vikings from the Metrodome. We expected fireworks and we got it in Minneapolis. With over 500 yards and 7 touchdown passes between the two quarterbacks, it was one of those type of games. Montana and the 49ers got the better end of Minnesota, largely due to the impact of running back Roger Craig. He has been one of the league's best runners and goes over the century mark yet again in a big road win for San Francisco. 2015 Panthers at the 1992 Cowboys. On Monday Night Football, the game didn't disappoint. Carolina improves the 3-0 despite a furious second-half comeback from Dallas. After the Panthers jumped in front 21-0, Dallas tied the game only to see Newton on the very next play find receiver Corey Brown for the go-ahead and eventual game-winning score. Isiak Holt records 2 interceptions, but the Panthers win the game and are 3-0. Another Extra Point show means there's another round of game balls to hand out. Charger Dude 95 will announce right now his offensive and defensive players of the week. Well, we brought it up just a moment ago. In a battle between Randall Cunningham and Joe Montana, the 49ers quarterback was just a little bit better in the 38-24 road win. Look at those numbers. 4 touchdown passes in the win. He was absolutely incredible and maybe put on one of their best offensive performances of the whole season, certainly the best of Week 3. Jeremy Lane and that defense overall was critical for the Seahawks in their win on Sunday. And with 2 tackles, including 1 for loss, a sack, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown, he did literally everything for Seattle en route to the win. Congratulations to the Defensive Player of the Week. Jeremy Lane and the Seahawks are part of maybe the toughest division in football. There's a real logjam at the top, led by maybe the best team in the whole conference in the 99 Rams, along with Seattle and San Francisco, who both are very capable of playoff runs. This is the NFC West after 3 weeks. Now we transition to what might be the worst division in the greatest team season. 1 winning record, and that's a team that just lost on Monday night, the 92 Dallas Cowboys. New York, Philadelphia, and Washington, with many of those wins coming against each other, they'll be put to the test to see if they can match the Cowboys throughout the course of this year. That's the NFC East after 3 weeks. Those Cowboys have a very tough matchup on the road for Week 4 of the year. Let's check out their game and the full slate of games for Week 4 of the greatest team season. So this is the Week 4 schedule of the greatest team season. On the left side, we see 8 early afternoon games. All of those games will be featured on NFL Red Zone. It's a special presentation to watch every Red Zone action and every single touchdown from every single game. Make sure to join us this coming Thursday for Red Zone. For the complete Week 4 schedule, we see 5 divisional games and 4 teams, you can see them down at the bottom, that have Week 4 byes: Arizona, Atlanta, Carolina, and Philadelphia. Here is the Week 4 schedule, the greatest team season. On Sunday Night Football, the 06 Chargers visit the 78 Steelers. Our first game preview of Week 4 features Sunday night between 2 of the worst offenses in the NFL. San Diego is ranked 29th in yards, and Pittsburgh's not much better at 24th. So unless one of these quarterbacks can get something going, this may be a long day for the two teams. The winner of this game improves to 3-1 and makes a big statement in primetime. 1999 Rams at the 1989 Niners. As you can see, the two quarterbacks have been among the best in the whole league, with a combined 15 touchdown passes to just 3 interceptions between the two. They have completely embarrassed defenses this year. Now, with the forecast expected to be cold and rainy, that may create a problem for these two passing attacks, and that could be an advantage for San Francisco. They've had a much better year running the ball than St. Louis, as Marshall Faulk statistically has been one of the worst runners in the whole league. We'll see how this one pans out in what is a big football game as the winner takes first place in the NFC West. 1992 Cowboys, 1998 Broncos. These have been two of the best football teams in the greatest team season. The quarterbacks are playing well, the offenses are scoring points, but the difference of this matchup is the two defenses are drastically different this year. And if Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith play like they have this season, this may be a long day for the Broncos secondary, and it really is a massive football game. So if Denver drops this one, they may fall to third in the AFC West against division-leading Dallas. The winner of this game improves to 3-1 on the young season. And that concludes this edition of the Extra Point Show with Nick Rice. Make sure to join us this Thursday. I cannot emphasize how awesome of a video I have in store for you. This coming Thursday night, NFL Red Zone has every touchdown from every early game of Week 4 of the greatest team season. Until then, for all stats, highlights, news, and information, visit DreamSeasonFootballLeague.com. That's DreamSeasonFootballLeague.com for that and much, much more. Again, this is Nick Rice of The Extra Point.